Okay, Megovanen everyone, and well, welcome to, I guess I'll say like a preliminary review of Terrifier 3. So I saw it, however, I think I feel like I have to see it again. And then I saw on YouTube that someone had posted the end fight, which I thought was great. So I thought that I would kind of showcase a little bit of it to give you a taste. There's going to be spoilers here, so massive spoilers. So if you don't care to see any of that or hear about it, then stop watching. But you'll get like a brief moment of some of the fight, the end boss fight, which I thought was great. Plus, I do not want to show the whole thing because I'm afraid, I could get in trouble. But I think I'm going to have to see it again, but I'm going to wait for it to come down, and just buy it. So for now, I'll say that, I don't know, it's okay. The end fight was great. I will say that. The end fight is super, super fantastic. The whole movie is okay, though. I'll say that. I could have done without the over-the-top gore. I mean, it's all in good fun, I know, but I mean, it's really what this is all about. I know they have a story, just like the second one has a story. I felt the story in the second was a bit better. It felt had more of like an 80s throwback, especially that opening song that was playing, and then the end song. The story here is still okay. It kind of continues with that, I will say. The deaths are even more over the top, and this time he's slaughtering children. There is one involving a bomb, I'll say that, where he kills a massive amount of people in the mall, a bunch of kids and parents, I'll say that. And just the usual kind of antics that he gets caught up into, that he does, the kind of deaths that he, the way he kills people is quite brutal. Let's see. Then, of course, in this scene right over here, just before this part, her friend, I forgot her friend's name now, but she has a daughter named Gabby, which you'll see some of her, which is the daughter of this girl's friend, Sienna's friend. By the way, they put that crown of thorns on her. Victoria, I think was her name, which was Art the Clown's wife. But anyways, they did the thing where they put the clear cylinder down her throat and put like a few rats in there, and then Victoria slit her throat, and you saw the rats kind of crawl out of the neck. But things like that. I don't care for it. I'm okay watching it. I'm not. I've seen a lot of horror movies and a lot of sick stuff in horror movies. This is not in this film, but for example, there's a movie called Anthropophagus, and in that scene there's a part where there's a pregnant woman, and this guy who's a cannibal reached up under her, pulled out the fetus, but the fetus was still kind of premature, and basically ate the fetus in front of her, but I think she was already dead or dying. So that's, to give you one example. So there's a lot of, it's one of those things where I've seen worse kind of thing. Okay? So like I said, I could do without any of that. But this, the end fight, okay, is fantastic. So I'm going to show some of it here. Okay, so keep it up a little loud so you can kind of see some parts. So let's open up present. And she goes around, or comes around and does the other hand. Whoop. And now her hands, both of them are like, they're all fucked up, as you can see. And then she goes to open the present.
Best gift ever.
Very bad. much. And she beheads her, Victoria. Now, I don't know if this guy, Damien Leon, is a fantasy sword and sorcery fan, but this is the second time he implemented the blade, and this is really the first time you see an actual end fight, choreographed and everything. The second one was, I'll say it was cool. I thought it was especially cool, the first time when I seen it those couple years ago and before this, but there really wasn't any kind of or choreography involved. I mean, when she got the sword, there was some of it when she was taking his weapons and fighting against him and stuff, but when it came to her gladius, I think it's like a gladius or like a Valkyrie blade, and I guess apparently she has the Valkyrie spirit embedded inside of her. It's still within her, but when it came to wielding her sword in the second one I'm talking, all she really did was just behead him. There wasn't any kind of real end fight with the blade. This one, this is awesome. This part was the best. So it's very cool. So that's just a little sample of just the beginning part of the fight, and it's very cool. You see, look at that, a Valkyrie sword and versus chainsaw. Who would have thought? This little girl, she gets knocked down, but boy oh boy, this is a proper fight, a proper boss fight. Look at that, see? This is choreographed. This is really choreographed very well. And for a horror movie, So, do check it out, if only for this end fight, this end battle. It's like Aragorn going up against the main Uruk-hai at the end of Lord of the Rings, right? The first, film, Fellowship of the Rings, or just any kind of boss fight. This Terrifier 3 is like the Avengers Endgame of horror, I feel, or at least of the Terrifier franchise. So I mean, the score, I suppose I would give it overall would probably be, like I said, I would have to see it again, but maybe about a 7, maybe 7.25, somewhere in the realm of 7, but once I see it again, I can probably give a more proper review. Okay, so that end fight is amazing. I could do without the over the top gore, but it's there to for shock value, so I understand that, and you can appreciate the special effects gone into it. We have cameos in here, like Tom Savini is in here for a little bit, but just really like on the news. It's very brief. And we have Daniel Roebuck as the Santa. You see like a little bit of him, and also Clint Howard, and I'm just trying to think if there was anyone else, but anyways, that is it. And just they probably took down that fight, but if you can find it again on YouTube, check out that whole fight. I'm glad I grabbed it before it was taken down, but still, very cool fight. Okay. Darn, I forgot to mention, she has healing capabilities now. So this part here, Gabby fell into this pit. I guess the blood of Victoria, Art's wife, her blood was acidic, and it ate through the floor, and created like this hell pit. And the little girl Gabby kind of fell in. She tried to save her. She used the sword, okay, to try to have her grab onto the sword like a rope. So had Gabby grabbed on the handle of it while she was holding on to the blade part, which, you know, you couldn't find something better, but there were like some sticks I saw, but you could have used that. But basically it cut into her hands, but she fell in. So if they're gonna make another one, they could make it so that, and Art got away, by the way, that bastard, but I think the next one, maybe Sienna is gonna go down to that pit of hell and she has to rescue Gabby. That sword is down there with her, by the way. So Gabby has the sword, but look here. Okay, come on. See, the bastard got away. She took off. Now look at her hands. Come on. Fucking show it. Okay, see. Whoop. Yeah, now you see it? So she has like mutant powers now, so this is great. And she doesn't even have the sword with her this time, so shit. So look at that. That's fantastic. Okay, that's it.